Hello, everybody, and welcome to Improv College's Mainstage Narrative Cast Show. This is our last one of 2020. I'm so sad to hear that happen, but I'm also really happy that it's about to happen right now. I'm your host, Vinny Francois. Let's say hello to me, huh? That's me. I hope everybody's having a great day, and I hope everyone's having a lovely time in anticipation of this wonderful Winterland of a show. We're going to have an improvised narrative, a story from beginning to end, a whole little piece of theater for you all, by people from all over the world putting together this show. What we do need from all of you is a suggestion in the chat. So thank you for watching if you are in the chat today. What I'm going to ask from all of you is just what is a place where two people might meet? Like, hey, let's meet up at, and then you tell me that place in the chat. So if you can just type it into the chat right now, that would be great, and we'll use that from one of your suggestions as an inspiration for our players in the show. So without further ado, let's meet our players one by one. Let's say hello to Andy here in Canada. Hey, Andy. Hey. Let's say hi to Ken.
Hi.
Hey, Ken.
Hello.
He's in the States. Let's say hi to Ai from the Philippines.
Mabuhay!
Let's say hi to Amy in the States.
Hey, guys.
Let's say hi to Jess in Canada.
Good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are.
Let's say hi to Chris in the UK.
Good day, everyone.
Let's say hi to Tyra here in Canada as well.
Hi to Tyra here in Canada as well.
And let's say hi to Amir all the way from Israel.
Shalom and Erev Tov.
And I think that's everyone. What a lovely bunch of people, huh? So let's check in with our chat and see what's happening here. What do we have as suggestions? Oh my, we've got a few. We've got a bus stop, a pet store, a Tim Hortons, very Canadian, and a vintage clothing store, which I think is the one I'm going to choose. So let's start off with a scene in a vintage clothing store. Take it away, gang.
Excuse me. Hi.
Hi.
It's my first time in a clothes store.
Well, thank you for choosing Velcros. the Manhattan's finest 80s themed vintage clothing store.
I'm looking for something that would minimize my shoulders.
Ooh.
I know it's a big ask. Fun.
Do you know a lot about 80s fashion, especially ladies' fashion in the 80s? 80s.
I was born at the dead end of 1989, so I plumb missed it.
Oh, right then, huh? That was a rough winter.
It was a really rough winter, and I slid in there December 31st.
Ooh.
11:30 p.m.
Damn.
1989.
Ain't at the wire, huh? But you're still an 80s baby, huh?
I guess still technically I'm an 80s baby. And when I say that I slid out, I did not because my shoulders. I didn't. Yeah. It wasn't an easy birth for my mother.
I was gonna say, hate to break this to you, but shoulder pads were a big thing in the 80s. Ladies in the 80s didn't have big shoulders, and they were trying to make it look like they did.
Why would anyone want that?
Well, in my opinion, it was a sort of a feminist zeitgeist sort of thing. Like we're just as big as the men. They have big shoulders, so do we.
No, I think that's a very wrong way of thinking. And I think that those people don't understand what it's like to go through life with abnormally large shoulders.
Well, I think you don't understand what it's like to be discriminated against to have small shoulders, Missy. You coming to my store with your big shoulders, talking a big game, asking me to teach you the ways. Coming here talking a big shoulder game. Women in the 80s would have killed to have your shoulders. You know that? My mother died shooting steroids into her own shoulders.
I'm so sorry. Your mom died shooting steroids into her shoulders.
She shot it too deep. Punctured her lung. Shot right through her shoulder into her lung.
Wait, so she shot a steroid into her shoulder.
Shoulder. Shot it so deep that it punctured her lung. Went through the shoulder, through this tissue, and into her upper lung. Whoa.
The needle was like this big. The needle.
Yeah, it's huge needle. Steroids, you got to get it in there, deep into the tissue. So she thought bigger's better, just like the shoulders. It was a disease. More was better in the 80s. Cocaine, money, all this stuff, greed. Not sure why I made a store to make a testament to it, but I had all these clothes, What was I going to do with them?
I'm so sorry.
Son,
Yes.
I keep thinking about your mother. And I'm still wondering if there was anything that we might have done to push her. We made her feel like she didn't have enough girth.
We, Dad? We? How about you? You? Always teasing her for her tiny shoulders?
Well, it didn't help that she had two awfully large-shouldered men around the house.
Yeah, I got your shoulders, all right? You think I don't know? I gotta lug these things around all the time? Gotta go sideways through doors? Can't find a backpack to save my life.
Well, I'm sorry that you have to suffer all that, but so do I. That's the burden of our family. And I want to make sure that you don't pass it on to your progeny.
Is that the whole reason you had a baby with Mom? Hoping it would even
I
out?
found the woman with the smallest shoulders that I could find in the hopes that that would even these big guns out.
She was built like a triangle, Dad. All slopes. Circles can't be squares. You know what I mean?
I sure do. I sure do, Danny.
Listen, I feel like it's my fault, I started the shop with all her old clothes, and I feel like I've been trying to keep her alive, selling other people's shoulder pads and trying to make other people's shoulders big. I think I want to get rid of my own shoulders, Dad.
Oh, Danny, don't say that. I mean,
I want shoulder reduction surgery, okay?
but don't just do it because of my guilt that I passed on to you, son.
I want to look like my mother. All right?
You do that, son. That's a good reason in my book. She was an honest to God good woman. She put a lot of good into you.
I'm
I
gonna
hope
need
you.
to watch the shop. Can you do that?
Well, sure thing. I'm a pretty good salesman, if I might say so myself.
Just do me a favor. Keep your shoulder comments to yourself.
Done deal.
All right.
Go get it, son.
Speckles?
Yes.
Speckles, my little handsome boy, my little Speckles. I'm so glad they let me bring the cat into work today. It's been a really hard day, Speckles. I mean, I know I say that all the time, but I really mean it today. It's so hard to fold shoulder pads.
I know. And I would help if I wasn't a cat and had no opposable thumbs to get clean lines in the creasing.
Speckles. Speckles, I need to tell you something, okay? It's just you and me at the shop today, and I gotta get this off my chest.
You can tell me anything.
I'm pregnant.
What?
I'm pregnant, Speckles.
Is Danny the father?
Obviously. You know I only date coworkers.
Good fool. Earlier, he pushed me. I came up to him to give him affection. He just pushed me. Just pushed me off the countertop. I hate him.
Speckles, he's allergic to cats. It's not his fault. I
just wanted to give him love. Do you know how rare that is for a cat to want to give a human love? And he pushed me out of the way.
Speckles, why do you always have to make everything about you? I'm going through a crisis right now. God damn it.
Everything is about me. There is literally nothing else in the world.
Speckles, I need you to just get along with Danny, okay? I need to tell him, and I need you to support me.
He's just not cut out to be a father. You need to, if he can't even show affection to a beautiful, fluffy thing like me, then he's not going to be a dad, is he? Oh, thank you. Lovely. He's got to change.
But
somehow.
Speckles, he's got broad shoulders. That's a sign of strength and good genetics. I think he's going to be a great father. We just have to tell him, and he'll be great.
Something I need to tell you. He wants to get rid of those shoulders. I overheard him speaking to his father.
Speckles,
Think
you're
about
always
it.
lying.
But this time it was the right thing to do, right? Because if he reduces his shoulders, he won't be able to hold the baby.
So, you want this loan for what type of surgery? I'm not sure if I'm reading
Shoulder
this right.
reduction surgery, SRS.
I am reading
Shoulder
this right.
reduction
Okay.
Surgery.
SR, okay. No, this is definitely the first time I've ever had someone come to the bank for a loan on an SRS. This is just.
Thank you for the love seat, by the way. That chair was quite restrictive.
No, of course. I know. As soon as I saw those shoulders, I knew I needed a broader share. So here's the thing: is this is just such a risky operation. I just don't know if the loan would pay off. What if you die and you can't pay us back? Now that would be bad for us, you know.
I have life insurance. I could write you in instead of my father as the beneficiary of the policy. Would that satisfy you?
You see, that changes things. Now, so if whether you live or die, we still get money.
Yes. And
well then,
I'd rather die than live with these shoulders a moment longer.
Oh, Danny, that was so sad.
My abdominals are so tired. So tired.
You've touched my little accountant heart.
Have I?
I too have struggled with enlarged body parts. You can't see it because I'm sitting, but my feet are the size of flippers. That is initially why I chose
like a clown?
No, not like a clown. Like a distinguished penguin.
Sorry, that was insensitive.
I was just trying to relate to you. But if you don't want the loan, I can just cancel it right now.
Wait. Are you not wearing a tuxedo? Are you a penguin?
Security. Okay, here. I'll approve you of the loan if you get out of here and you don't tell anybody I'm a penguin.
All right, penguin.
No, it's
Yeah.
banker.
All right, Penny.
Human banker.
Human Penny, the banker.
What?
Your
Yeah,
secret's
okay,
safe with
close
me.
enough.
Just give me the
Okay.
loan that I require.
Here's the loan. Good luck with your SRS. I'm sure that it will be successful.
I'll send you some fish.
You know just what to say.
Hey,
Oh, hey, I'm so glad that you could meet me here at the hospital. So
yeah,
glad.
you wanted to talk? I mean, I haven't. Whoa, you look different. You have an enlarged body part like me.
I do. I'm pregnant, Danny.
What?
It's your baby. I'm pregnant. Look.
How?
Well, you know, we had sex.
We did. We did have sex, but it wasn't that. We didn't have sex for long. It wasn't a long time.
That's not how pregnancy works, Danny. It's not based on the length of time before you come. It's just the coming part.
Well, forgive me. I grew up without a mom, okay? She died. She punctured her lung with a needle, giving herself steroid shots. So I grew up without knowing about women's bodies, okay? Sorry.
I wish you were more excited. I'm really excited to have your baby, Danny. It's gonna have your big, sexy, broad shoulders.
I don't have money for a baby, okay? I gotta get rid of these shoulders.
Wait, get rid of your shoulders?
Yes?
That's something to be proud of, sweetie. We're a couple now.
What?
Yeah, I think we should be a couple.
I can't, okay? I have to go in. The recovery time for the surgery is at least 8 weeks. I need money, I need time. That's something that children just suck up.
I don't have time. I'm gonna be pushing out a baby in 8 weeks, Danny.
8 weeks?
Yeah.
You waited this long to say anything? You're 7 months in? Oh,
Stephanie told me that you would react this way.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'm being insensitive. Can you have the baby after my surgery?
Listen, Danny, if you support me and this baby, I promise that after the baby is born, I will support you financially to get the shoulder surgery that you want so badly. But what I need from you is to step up and be a goddamn father.
You know, that's what my father said to my mother. He said, I'll get you those shoulders, Gladys. I'll get them for you. And he never did. So she took fate into her own hands, her little hands, and that giant needle that she just shoved into her shoulder so hard that it jammed down through her flesh and punctured the top of her lung. And she wheezed and squealed like a balloon that you grab the tip of and play with. It was horrific to watch. I walked in on her.
Danny, it's been 20 years. I'm sorry about your mom, but like, get over it, okay? We're moving on to the next generation now. I need you to step up. Also, be nicer to my cat.
I'm allergic to speckles.
You're gonna live with him now. You're moving in with me. Danny, this is happening whether you like it or not, okay? Get on board, and you'll have the shoulders you always dreamed of.
I guess I have some thinking to do. I'm gonna go for a ride on my motorcycle.
Be safe out there, okay?
Think I can get hurt with these shoulders? Listen, I'll do the right thing, okay? I'm not gonna leave you stranded. I just, if I'm not a full me, if I'm not who I want to be, how can I look my kid in the eye? You know?
You do what you gotta do, Danny. But just remember, there's a family out here waiting for you. Me, your unborn child, my cat that you hate and are allergic to.
Ain't we a family? I just don't want to have, I just don't want my baby to pop out and look like a human piece of pizza like me.
I hope it does.
Oh.
I found a letter in Gladys's things.
You did after all these years?
Yeah, I mean, after that husband of hers just threw all her stuff out when she stabbed herself in the lung, well, I collected it, I'm her sister, and we small-shouldered people need to stick together.
Right. So what did the letter say?
Well, I didn't want to open it. It was addressed to Danny.
Did you go ahead and open it anyway?
Well, I think in all my haste to organize the things, it just kind of like slipped out of the envelope. You know how letters are.
Oh, you're so full of shit.
Well, it's right there on the table. If you just happen to glance in the direction.
If this is directed to Danny, I feel so wrong reading this letter. I think this is morally incorrect that we read any of this.
Dear Danny, that's how it starts.
It does start that way, doesn't it? I can't do this. I can't read a letter from our dead sister to her child that was written sometime before she stabbed herself in the lung. I can't do that. That's morally wrong.
Of course, but if you happened to hear, just coincidentally, hear somebody.
I trust that this letter finds you well, Danny. Wow.
Yeah.
If you are reading this, it didn't go so well with the big long needle. It's like she knew. She must have been going through so much.
She wrote, if you are reading this, you might not know that I was attending body positivity workshops before my last attempt. I really tried to be comfortable with who I am and who I am not, which is a human pizza or even just a human rectangle.
There's beauty to be found in being a human pizza, Danny. That's what I'm trying to say to you in this letter. Talking to you across time from up above. I wish I could be there. A pizza mom holding the hand of her little pizza boy. Two rectangle people together in life, facing all the other shapes and types of food people with pizza pride. Wow.
P.S.
Oh my God, there is more.
Pizza can be held upright or the other way around. Have you ever heard of stuffed crust?
Oh my God. Wow. We should tell Danny. Don't you think?
Yeah, I kind of wondered that for the past 20 years.
All right, Mr. Danny Hopkins, your SRS is scheduled in 4 hours. Are we all prepped? Have you fasted? Done all your blood work? Looks good.
Enema, shaved, all set.
Right. It all looks
Good?
It all looks good.
Oh, thank God.
Right. This is a very, very risky surgery. I hope that you have a companion to be picking you up after. You'll be very, very, numb.
No one approves of me being here.
So this is, if something happens to you, you are just not nobody knows. Oh, honey, that is so sad. Too many people pass in this hospital without anybody next to them, and they had no choice. If you have a choice, I would say take that.
I'm ashamed. My family thinks I'm denying myself, I guess, or they don't approve of me modifying myself. Let's put it that way.
Family? You have a family? Oh, but if they don't, I mean, oh, surely nothing can be that critical that you have to do things and endanger being away from them for good.
Why are you talking me out of this so hard? I mean, I'm 4 hours away from surgery. I
I'll
want
go,
to do
right.
this.
No, it's just it gets really boring and not a lot of people get shoulder things done. This is a very slow moving
You're
clinic.
trying to spice it up by talking me out of it? What kind of clinic is this?
A very boring one, okay? There's just me and the surgeon here.
How about some cable television and not playing with my life? Huh?
All right. It's just Jeopardy is not as fun as this. Okay, you are slated. Um, you have your ice chips there, just like in pregnancy. You're not allowed to have any water. You
Thank
have
you.
your ice chips
Yeah.
over there, and
Bucket
you
ice chips is great. What
oh,
am I supposed to do? Just suck on the chips?
yes, you.
Great.
Okay, good luck. And if there's anything, is there anything that you need to leave behind with me in case anything happens? I can pass it
Yeah.
on.
Here's it's my mother's. These were hers. Could you just hold on to them for me?
Sure. I've never seen shoulder pads on a necklace before. I
Well,
will hold on to this.
I remember her and honor her.
Good luck, son.
Honey, could I talk to you for a moment?
Sure.
I think Dan is outside playing in the street here in the 80s where we are at the moment.
Sure thing, honey.
Honey, you know what? You know that I love you so much.
I love you too, Gladys. You know,
But you also know that I've always wished that I've had larger shoulders.
what? But Gladys, my whole plan was for you to have slim, tender shoulders to balance these babies out.
I know, and I've tried to be the woman that you wanted me to be, but, well, I'm going to try something illegal and something that probably won't work, but I want you to know before I do that I love you.
Gladys, don't change anything. You're perfect. I mean, look at us. I'm a pizza held right side up. You're a pizza held upside down. When we
No,
embrace,
we're from
you're a
opposite
Star of
sides of the
David.
pizza. We're from opposite sides of the pizza, I know.
We complete each other. Don't you understand that?
Ben, we don't complete each other. We just meet in the middle of the pizza.
Don't say that, Gladys, because that middle of the pizza is our Danny. And if we play with this balance, then I have a feeling something's gonna happen to him.
I've got to do this. I've got to be the person that This is important to me, Ben. Just a quick side note. How long a needle do you think is too long?
As long as it's under 10 inches, you're good.
Look, I'm going to go and do this, but before I do, there's a few things I have to give you. Here's a letter for Danny if it doesn't work out. Here's a letter for Danny if it does work out, here's a letter for Danny if I'm in some kind of coma. Here's a letter for Danny if I gain some kind of superpower. And also, here are my shoulder pads that I put on a kind of leather thong so it can be worn around your neck or his neck.
Gladys, aren't you going to leave any letter for me? Do you regret this family we have?
I don't regret anything, but I have to go.
Beep, 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 beep.
Oh my God, you actually survived. Well, I just lost 20 bucks, didn't I? Huh.
You bet against me?
What? No. Just like, how you feeling?
I can see the outer edge of my butt cheeks. I've never been able to do that.
Yeah, your shoulders are, they're normal size. Congratulations, I guess.
Look,
If this is what you wanted.
My shoulders. Wow. I'm me. I'm finally me.
I'm happy for you, Danny. And you know what? I think you've inspired me to do something about my body that I don't like. I'm gonna get the penguin to human surgery.
What?
Yeah. It's a very, 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 very low success rate, but I think that it's worth, I owe it to myself. To see how happy you are, it makes me think it's worth the risk.
I've heard the cloacal change is a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Well,
right.
hopefully, maybe you'll be there if I wake up for my surgery.
You know, I was pretty happy when I woke up and I saw you there in your little
Really?
Yeah.
Stop. I just really thought you were a cool guy, Danny, and I really wanted to see you succeed, even though I bet 20 bucks against you.
Well, it was a pretty safe bet. I mean, I almost didn't pull through.
But you did, Danny, because you got a good head on your shoulders. Oh, would you look at that?
All right. Push. We ran out of ice chips. It's over at the shoulder section. Just keep pushing.
Doc, I think the shoulder's stuck. I can't.
Oh, mother of. All right. Okay, this is gonna happen. I've seen this done before. What we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it upside down and go sideways, much like people have to go through the door. All right, sideways, because the hole is longer that way. All right, let's. Okay,
Speckle,
are you ready? All right. Here we go. Oh, it's all right. Stuck. It's very much stuck. We're going to have to put you in some sort of critical condition. Okay, we're gonna have to incise the baby out. Where is the husband, miss? Where is the father of this? You are going to.
Let me in.
Oh, I'm the only one at this hospital. Would you hold this for a moment? All right, come in.
Did I miss it?
It's stuck, Danny. Your broad-shouldered baby's stuck in my fucking vagina.
So, he is mine. It is my baby.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Do you have any
Different.
or cornmeal?
Danny, I think you're the only one who's going to know how to deliver this unusually proportioned baby based on your personal experience as a broad-shouldered human.
That does not hurt my feelings as a professional at all, but yes.
Sorry, Doc.
All right, get me some olive oil, some cornmeal, some nitrile gloves, and a vacuum cleaner as soon as you can.
Okay. Here you go.
All right, I hope this works.
I trust you, Danny.
This is gonna be very, very, very risky.
All right, honey. All right, doctor, I'm going to need you to kick on that vacuum for about 3 seconds. And, honey, I'm going to need you to push as hard as you can, okay? I'm just going to tap you at the bottom. All right, in the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3!
Oh my!
He's beautiful.
I called you both here today because, well, for 20 years I've been sitting on this. I too, after my sister passed away, found a letter amongst her belongings. It's almost as if she wrote several letters. And on the envelope it said, "Open in case I don't make it, comma. And Danny grows up and has shoulder reduction surgery, comma. And also he himself has a child with large shoulders, comma. And he finds himself feeling very conflicted about it." It's a very specific letter. And I opened it and I read it and here, why don't you guys see for yourselves?
Ooh.
Dear Danny, it begins. If you're reading this, I went through the following very specific set of things that have happened. I died injecting myself with steroids into my shoulders. You then grew up motherless and you went on to have shoulder reduction surgery. You then also had a child who had abnormally large shoulders. You may have gathered that I wrote a set of highly specific letters to cover all of my bases.
I had a stack about this big, it turns out, under my bed, too.
I didn't want to say anything. I have about 50 letters.
I only threw like 10% of them out.
How many letters did this woman? Anyway, let's get back to this letter because this is the reality that we're dealing with. All the other letters are obsolete. You could toss them now.
Yeah, all those timelines, they exist in other dimensions.
Yeah. What an imagination on our sister. Okay.
Mm.
Moving along. Okay. Yeah, what you guys can take it from here. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
I mean, it says in the copy that you made me, it says specifically that the 3 of us are going to play a very decisive role.
Right.
In body positivity. I think that's a theme that's carrying through, though, right? Is like loving who you are.
That keeps coming up in several of the letters. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't help but think that the 3 of us have been some of the least body positive people in Gladys's life. I've always hated my big shoulders, and I know you've always hated your very, very tiny, inhumanly slim shoulders.
Some say inhumanly, some say other less hurtful things, but yeah, sure.
It's a matter of perspective.
Right. If you're reading this letter, please reach out to my son. Or this is written to Danny. I'm sorry. I'm confusing this with another letter. There are so many damn letters.
Yeah.
Danny, please raise your child right. Danny, please give your child the body positivity that I was not able to impart to you. Wow. From beyond the grave, Mom.
P.S. Whether you're a pizza, inverted pizza, rectangle, we are all part of the circle of life.
I will always love you, love you, love you.
Dear Mom, I'm writing you even though I know you'll never get this letter. I wish our family could have figured out a way to coexist together like the new family that I am now a part of. I have my wife. I have my son, who was blessed with large shoulders like me and Dad. Little did you know, I got surgery so I could look like you. We also have a penguin, as we've opened up our relationship into a polyamorous, interspecial sort of thing
Tell
that
her I say
has
hi.
been a lot of fun.
I say hi.
Also, the penguin is rich, as it works at a bank. We also have Speckles the cat, who I'm allergic to, but have also involved in the play. Really, it's just one big fun commune of greatness and shapes and big feet and small shoulders and big shoulders and cat fur, and I'm sure you'd love it. And I hope you're looking down at us. I love you very much. Your son, Danny.
Wait, are we too late for the family dinner? I brought both your aunts.
Guess what we're having, Dad? Pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah.
And
Pizza's
that's our story. Wow, amazing. Everybody give yourselves a little round of applause. That was a heartwarming tale. It really, I know. I mean, I know it's a story we've heard many times before, but you all really brought it to life in a whole new way.
Never gets old.
Never
Lots
gets
of
old.
cliches.
Yeah. That's our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to see more like this, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/improv college. That way you'll get notifications for all our lovely shows. Thank you to all our players today. Great job. Thank you to everybody who watched and commented in the channel. We love that support. You're all equally funny. Thanks so much for being here today. We hope you have a great holidays. We'll be back in January with new shows. So take care, be well, and we'll see you